I am so freaking excited. Like, when you're there in person, it opened up a lot of room. What's up, everybody? Hope everybody is enjoying their weekend. Today, we are going to check out the RX8, get a update on it, and see the progress that's been done. I'm excited to go see it. First, we need to stop off and see if we can pick up some 1/8 inch steel plate. Rusty, my fabricator, needed a little bit more, so I need to see if I can go grab him some on the way there. But for now, let's get the Freedom Taxi warmed up and head on out. Guys, it did snow a little bit last night, but the roads are pretty dry and good to go. So we're gonna take the Freedom Taxi and all should be well. It's clean, but it's probably gonna be dirty by the time we get back. So let's head on out. I'll see you guys soon. All right, guys, just left Lowe's. Got myself some plated steel to bring over to the fabricators. So we're gonna head out and go meet up with them at the shop. Coming up to BOARS Fabrication, about to go inside and see the progress so far. I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. We'll see you in there. All right, so we're over here. Got some updates for you guys. It's going along. He got rid of all that front portion there and basically has some stuff mocked up. Like, it's good I came over here because we kind of got like a before of what it looked like and then semi after. I mean, there's still stuff to be done over here, but he's cut away most of the material over here and he's already got the subframe, or not subframe, the frame rail cut and the tube kind of in place where it's going to go. But it's opening up a ton of room on each side for potential placement of, you know, miscellaneous parts and stuff like that, and a little bit more clearance for intake manifold and exhaust manifold on that side as well. I think what we're going to end up doing is, after this is out over here, Jimmy, I think, is going to send me one of the manifolds that he has to run and place the turbo somewhere on the side over here by the headlight. Since all that will be open, it'll kind of give me that area to put the turbo over there to kind of eliminate, you know, it having to go up top or somewhere and not clear the hood. So that'll be pretty sweet, but pretty awesome to see it coming along. We'll have the car back to the house and start tearing in other things. Like I said, I told you guys we got the subframe and the short block should be here soon. So probably within this week, actually. So we'll get that stuff in there. And once the engine comes, we'll throw the head on it, start bolting some stuff up, get it mounted in the car, and start running the wiring and getting that all taken care of. And it'll be pretty slick. So
bolt all the original stuff up for your front bumper and all that. Right,
so all the same mounting points are still there.
Yeah.
And then I can utilize these points here for, like, if I wanted to do like some kind of crash bar or something.
That kind of stuff, so you mount your intercooler. That way I'm keeping all that, so you ain't have to. It's just going to save you, I mean, probably cut down your fab work 10 times, you know.
Right. And I already found a aftermarket, basically, bash bar or crash bar that can just bolt up to the factory mounting points. So if I want to run that down the line and use it for, you know, mounting the intercooler or stuff like that, you know, that's a possibility, and it's super cheap, so I can just grab one of those up. I also, Rusty made a good point last time when I was here about the seat. Instead of him like fabricating a whole new seat bracket and stuff like that, I actually found a bolt-in seat bracket solution for it. So, you know, those aren't that expensive, so I'm probably just going to pick one of those up and just mount the Kirky to the actual bolt-in mount and go from there. And then, like I mentioned last time, guys, if you haven't seen the last episode of this, basically all the inner door metal, like all these thin pieces, like the inner door skin, if you will, is all actually going to be cut out. I'm going to, when we get it back to the house, I'm going to kind of draw out the areas and start kind of cutting away and getting rid of, you know, all the excess metal in here that we don't need. The car will be caged, so I'm not really worried about the bash bars and stuff inside the door. So any potential leftover weight inside the car, we're going to try to minimize, you know, try to get the weight down on the car as much as possible, because in the end it's going to be a full race car. So I just kind of want it to be as light as it can. So we'll get that taken care of once we get the car back to the house, of course. So just a quick update for you guys. We're gonna let him be. He's got stuff to do. He's a busy man, just like everybody else. We're gonna head back to the house. We'll talk about some more things that we got going on. But you know, he'll probably have this wrapped up here in the next week or so, which is fine because we're still waiting on a few things. So we're gonna get out of his hair, and we'll meet you guys back over to the house. Guys, I am so freaking excited. Like, when you're there in person, it opened up a lot of room. And I mean, he had just got started. He had a lot of stuff in his shop that he was fabricating that he needed to get out of the way so he could start mine, which is fine because, you know, I've been waiting on the subframe and stuff like that, so I really wasn't in too much of a rush. But like I said, it should be done later on this week. But once everything's all said and done, he's got the tubes welded in. Like, there's so much room in front of the shock towers now for miscellaneous stuff that we need to mount and just to cut weight in general. But I am stoked, and I can't wait to have the car back. Like I said, I got some other things I want to start cutting out to shave more weight. And, you know, there's going to be a lot of stuff coming this month that's going to speed up the progress a little bit. As far as getting the subframe in there, we got to get a new steering rack for the new subframe. We are going to be using a Miata NC steering rack. It's from a 2006, I believe, to 2015. The steering rack actually works in the RX8 and the subframe that I have going in. So we'll get that in there, and then the built short block should be on its way soon. I already have the head, and we're going to be sending that off to the machine shop here soon and get that all freshened up and ready to go. And yeah, I mean, we should be getting ready to hoist the engine into the engine bay and getting the motor mounts figured out and start wiring the car up, and it's just gonna keep going from there. So there's definitely a lot of content coming. If you guys, you know, aren't subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button, because we got a lot coming with the car, and there's going to be a lot of bits and pieces coming in, getting shipped to the house. So a lot of assembly is going to be starting to happen, which is pretty awesome because I'm sick and tired of looking at like an empty engine bay. So it'll be cool to start throwing parts in it and kind of making it look like something. As I recently put a poll up on Instagram too, about if we should give the Freedom Taxi some forced induction of some sort, and I have reached out to a couple different companies, and we're waiting to hear back for possible sponsorship. Would be awesome. If not, I think what we'll end up doing is piecing together our own single turbo kit, maybe. You know, I have the means to fabricate the cold side and the hot side, and, you know, kind of source some parts pretty cheap, not quality wise cheap, but like just for cost. So I think I can make it happen for fairly cheap. So it'd be pretty awesome to have have this thing be like a badass street car and give it some more power. But I think this thing would be fun with a couple hundred horse more than we already have. So more to follow on that, but just know it's semi on the works right now, trying to figure out what would be the best option. So I think it'd be pretty fun. I think 600 to 700 horsepower in a street car is plenty fun. I'll have some fun while we're building the RX8 for sure, so I can at least have some fun while I daily drive this thing. All right, so we're back at the house, and for those that you haven't seen, I got 2 cylinder heads. So basically what I'm gonna do is, this one right here is super clean. They're both really clean actually, but I'm gonna take basically both of them in the machine shop. I'm gonna have this one. This is the one that's gonna get all the work done. But I'm gonna bring this one just in case there's any parts that they may need to put into this one. Obviously gonna do dual valve spring kit, valve job, some porting work, some bowl work, stuff like that, and get this thing ready to go so that when the block gets here, we can start putting it together and, you know, get it ready to drop inside the engine bay. So just a little update on that for you. Then of course we have the Freedom Taxi, and like I said, thinking about doing some type of forced induction. A single turbo right here would be amazing. So, you know, if we can get a company on board to do it, that'd be awesome. If not, I think we're just gonna kind of piece together a kit and fabricate our own cold side, hot side, have the turbo right there, and run an exhaust basically back down and under and hook it up to the rest of the exhaust. But I think it'd be pretty cool to have a turbo on this thing and give her, you know, a couple hundred more horsepower. Had more to come on that. Got my boy Roy here with me. Went over with me to the fabricator, checked the RX8 out. But yeah, I kind of want to do something to this thing because, I mean, I daily drive it. It's fun, but it'd be a lot more fun if, you know, I had a turbo on it and we were pushing, you know, 600-700 horsepower. It'd be a lot more fun. He's got a 5th gen just like this, that's got nitrous, and that's a lot of fun. So something a little bit more power, I think it'd just make it that much more fun of a daily, and, you know, more of a street car that could kind of take to the track if I wanted to and mess around. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Definitely give this video a thumbs up if you guys liked it. That helps spread the video around YouTube. Drop a comment. Let us know what you think of the progress on the RX8 so far. We'll have more coming on it the end of this week. We should be getting it back, and it should be buttoned up. So we'll have a video of us going out there and checking it out. But make sure to subscribe. A lot more coming on the RX8 build. Definitely excited. I hope you guys are too. I know a lot of you guys watching right now are pretty stoked about the build. Make sure you guys, you know, are sharing the channel around. Like I said, as soon as we hit 5,000 subscribers, we are doing a massive giveaway, and it is completely free to you guys. The only thing you guys have to do is be subscribed and maybe following a couple pages of our sponsors. More info to come on that as we get closer, but it is definitely going to be a sweet giveaway, and you guys are not going to want to miss out on it. So spread the channel to friends in the platform. If you got Mazda pages or anything like that, you know, blast it over there. Have people check out the build. Definitely going to be awesome. I appreciate you guys' ongoing support. And, you know, we got Mazdaspeed Mondays coming up tomorrow. And make sure you guys tune in for that. We go live around 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So stop in. It's a kind of an open forum based live stream where we answer a bunch of questions, have some topics that we hit, and have some heavy hitters from the platform and very knowledgeable people joining in. So definitely subscribe and turn that notification bell on so you guys can check us out when we go live. But I appreciate you guys stopping in. Until next time, we will see you later.